पादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्ण पृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादि पश्चात्य देशतारिणे ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सगगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्री राधा कृष्ण पादान् सगगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पदे गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वरा परम कृष्णा सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर गोविंदा सर्व कारण कारणम। हरे कृष्णा। By Lord Sri Krishna's causeless mercy, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita every day. And today we finished, we are going to study in the 9th chapter. Yesterday we finished, in the 9th chapter, we finished about 6 slokas. So Krishna is teaching us very, very clearly about himself, how he is pervading this entire universe, about both his unmanifested form and also his manifested form. Everything we are understanding from this chapter. So this 9th chapter is the most confidential knowledge. So in Bhagavad Gita itself is the most confidential knowledge. In that 9th chapter itself is titled as the most confidential knowledge. In this entire Bhagavad Gita, Krishna in many different chapters, in different slokas, Krishna is saying that this is the most confidential knowledge. This is paramam guhyam uttamam rahasyam etad uttamam. Like that Krishna is repeatedly saying. But this 9th chapter is the title of the 9th chapter itself is the most confidential knowledge. Because we are understanding how Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, is expanded everywhere in this universe. So Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So that we understand very clearly from Bhagavad Gita. But how he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead? So even in the 7th chapter, which is titled as the knowledge of the Absolute, there we understood about Krishna's, because it is the title of the 7th chapter is the knowledge of the Absolute. Krishna is giving us more knowledge about himself. There in the 7th chapter itself, Krishna said that because even if you go to other gods, even if you worship any other gods, if you ask them any material benefits, everything is finally granted only by Krishna only. That's what Krishna is saying. Sataya Sraddhaya Uttagam Tasyaradhanam Igate Labatecha Tadaga Kaman Mayaiva Vigitan Hitan. So it is coming from only me. Mayaiva Vigitan Hitan. Sataya Sraddhaya Yuktaga Tasyaradhanam Igate Labatecha Tadaga Kaman Mayaiva Vigitan Hitan. That's what we study. So, whichever God we worship, whatever we worship, finally everything has to come from Krishna. That's what Krishna is saying, that everything is coming from me. So in the 9th chapter, in this chapter we will study in one shloka, Krishna is saying that those who are devotees of other gods and worship them with faith, they are actually worshipping only me. That's what Krishna says. Yepi anya devata bhaktaha, yajante shraddhayanvitaha, tepi mameva kaunteya, yajanti avidhi purvakam. So they are actually worshipping only me. Those who are devotees of other gods and worship them with faith, they actually only worship me. That's what Krishna is saying. So that way we should just listen to Krishna. We should just follow what Krishna says. Because when Arjuna said in the beginning to Krishna that Nayotsya iti Govindam, Govinda, I shall not fight. That's what Arjuna told Krishna. But Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita towards the end, after giving all the knowledge to Arjuna, what Krishna says to Arjuna? Yadahankaram asritya Nitya Nayotsya iti manyase Nityaiva Vyavasayaste Prakritistvam Yokshyasi. Because of ahankara, because of false ego, you are saying that I shall not fight. Because Arjuna told Krishna, Nayotsya iti Govindam. Govinda, I shall not fight. That's what he told. So because he told very clearly that I shall not fight. Nayotsya iti Govindam. Govinda, I shall not fight. So same thing here. Krishna is telling Arjuna that because of false ego, because of ahankara, yad ahankaram asritya nayotsya iti manyasi. Because of ahankara, you are saying that I shall not fight. But mityaisa vyavasayaste. This is only very false determination. That's what you are pretending. This is mityaisa vyavasayaste. Mityaiva means you are just pretending that you are saying that you are not going to fight. But prakriti swam yokshasi. So by your prakriti, by your nature, by your prakriti, you are still going to fight. That's what Krishna is telling Arjuna. That you will fight by your prakriti. Prakriti swam yokshasi. So we need to understand that our prakriti, because of our nature, our swabhava, it's still we will be doing things in this material world. Even though we say that I will not do that, I shall not do that, I can't do this, all these things, but we are all forced to act. So instead of just saying like that, because anyway Arjuna had to fight. So just if he fought for Krishna, Matchittaga, so with my thinking about me, Matchittaga Sarva Durgani Matprasadat Tarisyasi. So if you just listen to me and just thinking about me, and if you do everything for me, then by my mercy, you will be freed from all problems. That's why Matchittaga Sarva Durgani Matprasadat Tarisyasi. But due to false ego, Atachetvam Ahankarat, due to Ahankara, that's what Ahankara means, due to false ego, Atachetvam Ahankarat, Nasrosesi Vinanksesi. If you don't listen to me, then you are gone. Then you are destroyed. So if you don't listen to me due to Ahankara, then you are destroyed. That's what Krishna is saying that. Atachetvam, Krishna is saying that Ahankarat Nasrosesi Vinanksesi. So that way we need to understand in this material world, even though we say that we don't want to do this and that, but we are all forced to do. But we need to understand that as long as we get this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and understand what Krishna says, and then follow what Krishna says, and do everything as an offering unto Krishna, so then our life is very, very peaceful and blissful. So that's why in the ninth chapter in the Bhagavad Gita, Krishna is teaching us very clearly that he is expanding everywhere. So this entire world is pervaded, this entire universe is pervaded by him in his unmanifested form. So everything is in him and he is in everything. And at the same time, when Krishna is coming to this world and Krishna is there in Goloka, and when Arjuna was able to see Krishna in front of him, at that time Krishna was not in everything. At that time everything was not within Krishna. So that's what we understand this Bhagavad Gita, that Krishna is the source of everything. Bhumir apo analo vayo kam mano buddhir evacha ahankaram itiyam me binna prakriti rasta. So these are all my separated material nature. Earth, water, fire, air, space, mind, intelligence and false ego, they are my separated material nature. Apareyam itastvanyam prakritim viddime param jiva bhutam mahabhago yedam daryate jagat. Apareyam itastvanyam prakritim viddime param. There is my supreme nature, superior nature. There is this jiva bhuta. So that's what bhuta. We need to understand that this bhumi, rapo, analo, vayo. So they are mahabhuta. These 5 elements. That is also known as panjabhuta. So panjabhuta. Bhuta means it is elements. So basically panjabhuta. So and this soul is jiva bhuta. So jiva is jiva bhuta. So Krishna is saying that yetat yonini bhutani. For both these bhutani. Bhutani means this panjabhutani, that is mahabhutani. And then jiva bhutani, that is the jiva bhuta, that is the soul. So etat yonini bhutani sarvani iti upadarayam aham krishnasya jagattaga prabhavaga pralayaga stada. So etat yonini, yonini means the birth, the source. So I am the source. I am the source of both these natures, both this inferior separated material nature and also the superior spiritual nature. There is the Atma, there is the soul. And Krishna is saying that I am the source of all these things. Etat yonini bhutani sarvani iti upadaraya. Aham krishnasya jagattaga prabhavaga pralayaga stada. So I am the source of everything. So that's what Krishna said. Then only immediately Krishna says in the 7th chapter, Mattaga parattaram na anyat kinchit asti dhananjaya. There is nothing else which is superior to me. Mayi sarvam idam proktam sutre mani ganaiva. Everything rests upon me, just like the pearls are strung upon a thread. That's why Mayi sarvam idam proktam sutre mani ganaiva. That's what Krishna is teaching. So that way, Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are understanding very clearly from this Bhagavad Gita. And if we follow whatever Krishna says, so that means we are not having any ahankara. That means we are not having any false ego, false prestige. If we just literally follow what Krishna says, that's it. Because Krishna is exactly what we need. Everything Krishna has given in this Bhagavad Gita, completely. So that means by heart we should know what Krishna is saying. We should know everything by heart. This is the one we need to, all the time we need to study, memorize, understand, practice, all those things we should do. This Bhagavad Gita slokas only, all the time. If you know everything by Krishna's mercy, and if you follow exactly what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, so then our life is going to be very, very wonderful. Then we will not face any problems. So by Krishna's mercy, Mat Prasadat Tarishyasi. All our Sarva Durgani Mat Prasadat Tarishyasi. All the problems by Krishna's mercy, it will be overcome. It will be solved. Every problem is solved. We will not have any single problem. Krishna is so much merciful. Krishna's mercy. Even though today I had a problem in the beginning, like I had a poor internet connection, I couldn't join, a lot of issues. But Krishna's mercy, Krishna's causeless mercy, we are able to now continue this Bhagavad Gita. So this is, for any action to succeed, there are 5 factors. So adhishtanam tata karta karanam cha pratak vidam vividascha pratak chesta devam chaivatra panchamam. So all the 5 factors have to come together for any action to succeed. So for example, the activity, the action what we are doing every day, the studying Bhagavad Gita every day this time. So this is a very important action what we are doing. So in order to succeed in this action, so we need to understand this Bhagavad Gita very well. So if we understand this Bhagavad Gita very well, so then we will be able to succeed in this action. So just we need to understand this Bhagavad Gita very, very well. So in order to understand this Bhagavad Gita very, very well, so we need to study this Bhagavad Gita every day. So that's what we are studying this Bhagavad Gita every day by Krishna's mercy. So by Krishna's mercy, we are studying this Bhagavad Gita every day. And if we understand this Bhagavad Gita very well, then we are going to succeed in all our actions by Krishna's mercy. So here everything is coming together because all of us are joining every day and on time, and we are studying Bhagavad Gita, and everyone is very committed in this effort. So that's why we are repeatedly studying this Bhagavad Gita. So by Krishna's mercy, we are making a great progress. Just 1 second. We are all the 5 factors are coming together. So we are all committed. So the place is there. We are, all the field of activities is there. And then the karta, the performers are there. So myself giving the lecture, all of you listening every day, coming and studying together this Bhagavad Gita. And then all the instruments are there. And we have our laptops, our phones, our internet connections and all these things. So if it is not there, this action will not succeed. And then we are putting endeavors, various endeavors. So vividascha pradak chesta, various endeavors we are putting. And then actually Krishna's mercy is there. Devam Chaivatra Panchamam. So Krishna's mercy. So with Krishna's mercy, we are able to study and understand this Bhagavad Gita every day, and we are making great progress. So we are making great progress. We finished now 9th chapter. In the 9th chapter we are studying. We finished 8 chapters. So we have Krishna's mercy. Now we have a great team of devotees, and we are studying Bhagavad Gita every day, and we are understanding, and we will be able to serve Krishna in a much better way with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because our life, we know what is the goal of our life. We know what we should do in our life. We know we are controlled by the 3 modes of material nature, and we know we are struggling very hard in this material world, and we need to get this knowledge to get out of this material world. So that knowledge is very nicely Krishna is teaching in this Bhagavad Gita. So now in the 9th chapter, last 3 slokas we studied, Krishna taught us that Krishna, this entire world, this entire universe, this Jagat is actually pervaded by Krishna in his unmanifested form. Jagat Avyakta Murtina. So in the 8th chapter, when we studied about the Avyakta and Vyakta, we should just quickly refer to that. Krishna said that this material world is actually created and annihilated. So that means it is manifested and unmanifested. So basically Avyakta means in unmanifest form, and Vyakta means in the manifest form. So that means this entire world, what is there right now with solar system in place, and the earth is revolving around the sun, and we are getting day and night, and we are able to survive, we are able to live, and we are able to do a lot of all the activities, and everything is happening because it's a Vyakta. And there is also Avyakta status. So everything goes into dormant state. So there won't be any form. Everything goes to a dormant state. So that's what we studied in the 8th chapter. Krishna said very clearly. There is Sagasra Yuga Paryantam Aharyat Brahmano Vidugam Ratrim Yuga Sagasrantam Tehu Ratra Vido Janaka. So that is for Brahma's one day, which is equivalent to 1000 yugas in this material world. That is equivalent to 4.32 billion years. Similarly, one night for Brahma is another 4.32 billion years in this material world, in this earth. Of course, Brahma's world is also material world. But compared to Brahma Loka, compared to Brahma's planet, in this earth, in this planet called earth, so the duration of day, like basically 4.32 billion years, is equivalent to 12 hours in Brahma's planet. So when Brahma's night falls, this entire material world is annihilated completely. That's what Krishna is saying there. Avyakta Vyaktayaga Sarvaga Prabhavati Aharagami. When the day starts for Brahma, everything goes from Avyakta to Vyakta. That means from unmanifest to manifest form. So similarly, when the night falls for Brahma, everything goes from Vyakta to Avyakta. So that's why Avyakta Vyaktayaga Sarvaga Prabhavati Aharagame Ratri Agame Praliyante Tatraiva Vyakta Samjanake. Ratri Agame Praliyante. So then Bhutagramaga Sayevayam Bhutva Praliyate Ratri Agame Avasagapata Prabhavati Agaragame. So entire world, this material world, this earth and all the solar system, all the planets, everything, Bhutagramaga Sayevayam. That's what Bhuta. Bhutagramaga means everything, including Mahabhutani, Jiva Bhutani, all the Bhutani. That's why Bhutagramaga means in total, all the everything. So Bhutagramaga Sayevayam Bhutva Priliyate. Bhutva means it comes. So that's why Bhuta. Bhuta means when you are appearing. So that's what Bhutva. Bhutva Priliyate. So then again it gets destroyed. So that's why Bhutagramaga Sayevayam Bhutva Priliyate. Ratri Agame Avasaka Partha. When the night falls, definitely it gets destroyed. So everything Priliyate. Ratri Agame Avasaka Partha Prabhavanti Agaragami. When the day starts, then it will be everything is created. That's why Prabhavanti Agaragami. So now Krishna is saying in Bhagavad Gita, everything rests upon him. So that way, when all this entire well goes into Krishna. So that's what we are going to study today. So Krishna is saying that when everything comes into Krishna, so that means everything is within Krishna. That's what we are going to study. Everything is within Krishna. So this sloka what we studied yesterday, Krishna said that Yatakaso stito nityam vayuga sarvatra gomahan tata sarvani bhutani matsani iti upadari. So Yatakaso stito nityam. So the akasha, the space which is there everywhere, the mighty wind which is blowing everywhere is always within the space. So similarly, this living entities which is going everywhere is always within me. That's why Yatakaso stito nityam vayuga sarvatra gomagan tata sarvani bhutani. Tata sarvani bhutani matstani. Tata sarvani bhutani means all things. That's what earlier I explained about the Mahabhutani and Jiva Bhutani, everything. That's why sarvani bhutani. Sarvani bhutani means everything together. So tata sarvani bhutani matstani iti upadaryam. So everything is inside me. So everything always rests upon me. That's what Krishna is saying. So everything always rests upon me. So in the next sloka what we are studying, Krishna is teaching us that Sarva Bhutani Kaunte Punagastani Kalpadau Srijamyakam. So Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya. All, that's what Sarva Bhutani. So I mentioned in the 7th chapter, Krishna was talking about the earth, water, fire, air, space, all such things. Mind, intelligence and ahankara. That's why in the 13th chapter, Krishna calls all of them together, those 5 great elements together as Mahabhutani. Mahabhutani ahankaro buddhihi avyaktam evacha indriyani dasa ekam cha pancha ichendriya gocharaha. That's what in the 13th chapter, Krishna is saying that Mahabhutani. So there is all these things, earth, water, fire, air and space, they are Mahabhutani. So here Krishna is saying that Sarva Bhutani. So that includes the Jiva Bhutam, that is our self, the soul. It includes the soul also, the soul, our self also. So that's why Sarva Bhutani. Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya was son of Kunti. Prakriti Myanti Mamikam Kalpakshaye. When the Kalpakshaye means when the Kalpa ends. So what is a Kalpa? Kalpa is one day for Brahma. So that is what is called Kalpa. So which is equivalent to 4.32 billion years in this earth. So that's what is called one Kalpa. So when that Kalpa ends, Kalpakshaye, so Krishna is saying that Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya Prakriti Myanti Mamikam Kalpakshaye. So at the end of Kalpa, when Brahma's night falls, everything enters into my nature. So at that point of time, what happens? As Krishna said that everything is in him. Mayatatam idam sarvam jagadavyakta murtina. Everything is in him. Everything rests in him. Everything enters into his nature. And then again everything comes out. Kalpadav srijamyakam. In the beginning of Kalpa. Kalpadav. That means in the beginning of the day. When the day starts for Brahma. Krishna is saying that I again create them. Kalpadav srijamyakam. I create them again. So that's what is happening. So that is what is known as Pralayam Prabhavam. So Prabhavam Pralayam. Prabhavam means it's creation and Pralayam means it's annihilation. So Prabhavam is the creation of this material world along with all the Bhutani, Sarva Bhutani. There is all the material elements and of course the soul also, our self also. So then when it is Pralayam, everything is annihilated completely and everything gets into Krishna's nature. That's why we call it as Big Bang, Big Crunch, all such things. So then Krishna is saying that even in the 14th chapter, 2nd sloka, Krishna says that Idam jnanam upasritya mamasa dharmyam agata sargepi nopajayante pralaye navyadanticha. So this sarge means here srijami means creation. So I create them. That's why sarge means at the time of creation. So sargepi nopajayante. When Krishna is creating this material world, we will not have to come back to this material world. When we go to Krishna's well. When we go to Krishna's well, then we don't have to come back when this Prabhavam happens. When Krishna creates this material world, we don't have to take birth in this material world. And similarly, Sargepi nopajayante pralaye navyadanticha. When this material world is annihilated, we won't be disturbed at all. Pralaye navyadanticha. So that's what is going to happen. We won't be disturbed when this pralaya, when this material world is annihilated. And when that is going to happen? When we simply take shelter unto this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. That's it. Idam jnanam upashitya. Idam jnanam upashitya mamasa dharmya magava. We are going to get the nature of Krishna. We are going to go to Krishna's world. By simply taking shelter unto this Bhagavad Gita knowledge, that's what is going to happen. By Krishna's mercy, we are all very fortunate. We are getting this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We are taking shelter unto this knowledge. Definitely for us, definitely there is a hope. Definitely it's going to happen. There is no doubt. We are going to go to Krishna's world. That is going to happen. Krishna's mercy, we are getting this knowledge. But what about the souls, the Atmas in this world? They don't care about Krishna. They don't study Bhagavad Gita. So that is very difficult situation. So that's a very, very dangerous situation actually. So we are very fortunate we are getting this knowledge. So that's why we should actually give this knowledge to as many devotees as possible. That is the best service we can do to anyone. Just spreading this Krishna's message, giving this knowledge to everyone that we are struggling, we are suffering. We need to get out of this material world. We should not come back again to this material world. This knowledge should be given to everyone. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 7th sloka in the 9th chapter today. And I will stop now. We will discuss if any questions are there. Hare Krishna. And today we started late, but still Krishna's mercy we could finish. Hopefully from tomorrow onwards, I will not have these issues. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
I see we have some new devotees and also our regular devotees. I see Jai has raised the hand. Of course, I will unmute you, Jai. Before that, I will unmute some regular devotees. I'll unmute Srinivas Naredla. You can talk with Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hello.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna.
no doubt, Prabhu.
Very nice, Prabhu.
Thank you very much.
Everything, Prabhu, today. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. I'll unmute Ramachandra Tugala.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
So,
yeah,
I'm doing good. This is a chapter, and after completion of the Kalpa, you said one yuga, right?
1,000 yugas, 1,000 Mahayugas.
1,000, 100 or 1,000?
1,000 Mahayugas. Yeah.
Okay. So how many? I did not get it. How many billion years you said?
It is actually 4.32 billion years. One Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. One Kali Yuga. So before Kali Yuga, there was Dwapara Yuga. That was 2 times Kali Yuga. It was basically 2 times Kali Yuga means 864,000 years. So then before that Treta Yuga, which was 3 times Kali Yuga. Then before that Krita Yuga, which is also known as Satya Yuga, which was 4 times Kali Yuga. So totally 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, 10. So 10 times Kali Yuga is 1 Mahayuga. So that's what 10 times Kali Yuga is 1 Mahayuga. So now 432,000 years is 1 Kali Yuga. So 10 times Kali Yuga is 4,032,000 years. 4.32 million years. So basically, I'm sorry, 4.32 million years. I can put it that way. So 4.32 million years is equal to 1 Mahayuga. Then you multiply it by 1,000, that is 4.32 billion years. 4.32 billion years is 1 Kalpa. So that's what 1,000 Mahayugas. That is equivalent to 1 Kalpa, which is equal to 1 day for Brahma. You understand it, bro?
So like that, he has to do 100 yugas, right? 1,000 yugas.
For Brahma? For
Yeah.
Brahma, 100 years.
So 100 years.
Yeah, 100 years. Yeah, 100 years.
So after that, then
after Brahma, for us, this material world, just Brahma's 1 day itself, it will be annihilated. That's it. In this earth.
Okay.
This earth is just 1 day, 12 hours, not 100 years for Brahma, 12 hours for Brahma. 12 hours for Brahma is equivalent to 4.32 billion years in this earth. You understand that, Prabhu?
Yeah, Hare Krishna. Yeah, I understood. Yeah.
In
So
Brahma's
12
day,
hours of Brahma. Okay.
yeah, 12 hours for Brahma, 1 day for Brahma. When Brahma goes to sleep in the night, everything goes to like a dormant state. That's it.
Dharma
Everything goes.
state. Okay.
When Brahma's day starts, again everything is getting created. So it is going to happen to us like that. 4.32 billion years, we keep taking bodies after bodies after bodies. Another 4.32 billion years, we will not have any body. We will be just like in dormant state. So that's what is the thing. If you go to Krishna's well, we don't have to worry about it.
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna. This is Ramachandran from Houston, Clear Lake.
Yes, Prabhu, I remember you, Prabhu. I remember. Yes, Prabhu. So you are able to. I know we couldn't talk. I know you are joining, but we couldn't talk.
But I'm joining.
Yeah,
I'm listening. But I have hard stop at 4:30, 9:35, 9:40. So I have to leave. So I'm every day I'm joining actually.
I'm seeing. Yes, Prabhu. I'm seeing you. Yes, yes. Very nice,
Okay.
Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, okay. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. I'll unmute Jay. Jay, you can talk with Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Jai Prabhu.
Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
So just a few questions. Second chapter I have read, Arjuna is a great warrior, and I have read Bhagavad Gita that Arjuna has defeated Shiva when they had a small fighting by misunderstanding or somehow. So I was just confused. Like, is it possible to defeat Shiva? Shiva is people say Devonka Dev, right? So Arjuna is warrior. So I already read that Arjuna has Shiva. So I just wanted to know what's the scene behind. I hope Prabhu can help me.
What is your question, Prabhu? You are saying Arjuna defeated Shiva. That's what you are saying, Prabhu.
Yeah, Arjuna, I've read in the Bhagavad Gita that it was mentioned that Arjuna when he have defeated Shiva when
So
they had a small
we need to
understanding,
understand the context. We need to understand where it is coming. All those things we need to understand it fully, Prabhu. Just by reading like a story from somewhere by reading, we will not understand it completely because Shiva and Krishna are one and the same. So they are not different. So that means saying that Arjuna defeated Krishna like that. That is not going to be possible.
Okay.
But we need to understand in what context how it happened. All such. So definitely Krishna and Shiva are the same. Yes, bro.
I can just give background that Arjuna was under depression, right? Like when he saw the Akrit army, that the whole his relatives came for fight. He told, right, initially to take Krishna to in the battleground.
Yes, bro. Yeah, what we can do,
I'm
Prabhu.
talking about the initial war stage.
Yes, but we will discuss this at length maybe towards the end, Prabhu. Maybe is it okay for you? Because this needs some more. What you are saying, I know there are a lot of things. Our focus is mainly on Bhagavad Gita only, correct? So what's happening? But definitely what you are asking, you can answer it. It's not that we will not find answer for that. But since our goal here is we are only focusing on fully on Bhagavad Gita now. So maybe at the end.
This is from second chapter only.
What, Prabhu?
Yeah, this is from the second chapter of Gita. This is from the second chapter of Gita.
Second chapter of Bhagavad Gita?
Yeah, this is from second chapter only. Second chapter is mentioned that the like is a great warrior. He has even defeated Shiva when
Which sloka, Prabhu, in the
fought
second chapter? Which sloka?
I can find the logo also to bury him.
Yeah. We were talking about in the Parpat Prabhupada has written. That's what you are saying, Prabhu?
Yeah, the same book, second chapter. This he mentioned that this like after he took Shina, he told Shina, right, to me
Because in the
battleground.
sloka it is not there, Prabhu.
After only
Slokas, Prabhu. It may be only in the Parpat if it is there, but you tell me which sloka Parpat it is there. We will.
I think it happened when they. Okay, I'll find out.
Yes.
Prabhu.
You find out
I'm
this
finding
purport where
exact part.
Prabhupada is mentioning, then we can discuss about that. Okay, Prabhu? Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Yes.
Thank you, Guruji. I'll unmute Manoranjan Malik. Manoranjan, you can talk with Guruji.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Guruji. This is Manoranjan Malik. I'm joining for the first time.
Hare
I
Krishna.
saw your advertisement in the Facebook, so I was deeply attracted and I joined.
Very nice.
So first of all, I wish each and every persons of the group my best wishes and all the success to complete this Gita session.
Yes,
So
Prabhu.
my question on this would be on the very verse. I would like you to focus more, to throw some more light on about this kalpa. Kalpa is actually the unit of time.
Yes, Prabhu.
So can you elaborate on this and specify some examples to understand the kalpa as a unit of time?
Yes, Prabhu. See, about the unit of time, about the Kalpa, what Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, everything based on Bhagavad Gita only, I'm explaining. But I know about the unit of time, I need to go through, I understand exactly how it splits up like based on Sanskrit. But based on our current understanding about the years, we know about the Kalpa. So basically, a day for Brahma is one kalpa. That's what we understand from Bhagavad Gita. A day for Brahma. So a day for Brahma is equivalent to 4.32 billion years in this earth to understand it. So that is what is called one kalpa, Prabhu. 4.32 billion years. So we understand only in terms of our current like timings, correct? Like hours, seconds, hours, minutes, hours, and then days, weeks, months, years, like that, correct? So when we go with that, we know that 4.32 billion years is equivalent to one kalpa, because how we understand that one Kali Yuga is equal to 432,000 years. That's what is one Kali Yuga. But in terms of the other timings, how it was used in Sanskrit, which I'm not very familiar, maybe I have to research and get. Of course, it is possible.
No, what
find.
actually I like to say here is that we always when we are reading Bhagavad Gita, actually Bhagavad Gita has to be correlated with Srimad Bhagavatam, because whatever has been written in Bhagavad Gita has been deeply described, elaborate, as a massive elaboration in Srimad Bhagavatam. So if you see in the third skanda of Srimad Bhagavatam, where there is an interaction between sage Maitra and Vidura. So they are interacting about the creation of this universe. So there actually there is a wide elaboration of this timeline, how the timeline starts from Shruti, that means the least unit of time, and it goes up to Kalpa. Kalpa is actually the largest unit of time, and Pal means it is the smallest unit of time. So yeah.
It is there. It is there in Srimad Bhagavatam.
Yes.
All this Sanskrit it is there. But what I am
Yes,
telling
yes.
you is that I'm not read. Maybe once I read, but my focus here mainly in Bhagavad Gita. Srimad Bhagavatam definitely should be read.
No, actually, what I'm trying to, sir, what I'm trying to say is that we must realize, we must understand that what kalpa means, because our mind is so minute that it doesn't go. It is not so widened to understand kalpa. So we should, madam, let me give some example. Like for example, we see a mosquito. Okay, the life of mosquito is very small in our lifetime. So for example, human beings approximately 100 years, they went up to 100 years they live. So in human beings lifetime, there are many mosquitoes which are created and destroyed. So it is a similar fashion with Lord Brahma. In a single day of Brahma, there are so many human beings who manifest and again goes out, manifests and goes out. It is out of order, out of countless. It is out of the imagination of human beings. So in order to have a deep understanding of that, you have to correlate this with other elaborations. That is what my focus.
That's why, Prabhu, our focus is mainly Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu. I know I definitely encourage all the devotees to, when they find time, go and read Srimad Bhagavatam and do all this research. But for us, it is not very difficult to understand. Like when we say billion years, million years, there is a number we used to study, do everything. So 4,32,000 years in India, like here in US, we say 432,000 or 4,32,000 years. So that is equal to one Kali Yuga. So all these things, we can easily find out how many times a human, like average our birth, average life expectancy. Based on that, you can calculate. It's not very hard. So for that, you don't have to go through that that calculations. What is given in those time scales given in it's all scales only. It's given in Srimad Bhagavatam. That's what I'm saying, Prabhu. So it's good. Maybe we can discuss about that later. But this itself, we very clearly we understand that 4.32 billion years. You can just calculate how many times you can take birth. Okay, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji. I'll unmute Surajit Prabhu. Surajit Prabhu, you can talk with Guruji.
Hello, sir. Good evening. I understood what you taught today. I don't have any questions. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Thank you. I see a new name, Saumya Lalsa. I think you are joining recently. I'll unmute you so that you can get introduced with Guruji. Saumya, you can unmute and talk with Guruji.
Arjuna. Okay, Prabhu.
Krishna only calls Arjuna as Kaunteya. Kaunteya means the son of Kunti. Oh, son of Kunti. So Krishna calls Arjuna as Kaunteya.
So here Krishna is explaining to Arjuna.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay, Prabhu. Understand, Prabhu.
Sarva Bhutani Kaunteya. Kaunteya means oh, son of Kunti. Like that, Krishna is addressing Arjuna as oh, son of Kunti. That's what. Yes, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
That's it. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Thank you, Guruji. I see a name, Dinesh. Dinesh, I think you are joining recently.
Is the essence
Is
of
the only source by which you can know your goal. Otherwise, you will be just roaming around in this world and you will not be able to know what is your goal.
That is correct. That's why we are focusing fully on Bhagavad Gita.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Jai Prabhu. Yeah, yes, Prabhu. You please unmute yourself, Prabhu. Jai Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Jai Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hello.
Yeah, you could.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So I got the slogan.
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, I'm talking about 2.33.
Okay, Prabhu.
2.33. It's yeah. Adacchetvamimam dharmyam.
Gramam nakarishyasi tataswadharma. Okay, Arjuna was a famous fighter and he attained fame by fighting many great demigods, including even Lord Shiva. After fighting and defeating Lord Shiva in the dress of a hunter, Arjuna pleased the Lord and received as a reward a weapon called Pasupata Astra. Everyone knew that he was a great warrior. Even Dronacharya gave him benefit. Okay. So what is your question in this, Prabhu? Your question is that how he could defeat Shiva. That's what you are asking, correct, Prabhu?
So in the book, correct.
What, Prabhu? Hare Krishna, Prabhu?
The book which I have, it's mentioned that. Hello.
Yes, Prabhu.
Krishna. So I hope you can hear me. Prabhuji,
Yes.
you can hear me, right? Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu.
So in this, it's mentioned that Arjuna has defeated Shiva, and as a reward, he got the Pashupatastra. So that's why I was confused. The author is trying to say that Arjuna had a great fight with Shiva, and he got impressed and gifted Pashupatastra, or it's mentioned that he defeated Shiva in the book. So
it is written
confused.
like
Shiva is great.
It is written like that, Prabhu, but we really need to go and study where exactly in the Shastra it is there to understand. But one thing we need to understand very well from Bhagavad Gita, because it's not Krishna is saying here, it's in the purport. Srila Prabhupada is written to show how Arjuna is great. But that doesn't mean that Arjuna, Shiva is, we understand that Krishna himself says that Rudranam Sankaras Chasmi. So of all the Rudras, I am Lord Shiva. And even in Brahma Samhita also, Lord Brahma is saying that Krishna and Shiva are one and the same. So that means, sometimes the God himself, it's not that he is powerless and to get defeated, but to get such glorification to his devotees, he will act like that. So that is the main thing. But here we need to understand exactly in what context, how it happened. It really, we cannot take a literal meaning here that Shiva has less power than Arjuna. Arjuna could defeat Lord Shiva. So that means that is totally wrong. That is impossible. That cannot happen at all.
Correct. Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Because Shiva and Krishna are one and the same. So
Yeah.
there is no way it can happen. So yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. So it is.
Okay, so it just means that the glory of Arjuna just mentioned in that paragraph. I mean, just okay.
Exactly. Yes,
No,
Prabhu. That's
actually,
why-
I would also like to add on this. Actually, Arjuna before Mahabharata war was on a massive hunt, massive exercise of getting power and weapons. He went to everybody to collect weapons so that he can use these weapons in Mahabharata. So in that process, actually, he went to Lord Shiva to get this Pasupata Astra, and Lord Shiva actually want to test Arjuna, that
Yes.
whether he is worthy of getting this astra or not. Therefore, in a disguise, he came to Arjuna, and Arjuna fought him and defeated him. So out of which Lord Shiva was impressed with Arjuna, and then he gave Pasupata astra.
Yes. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu.
Okay.
Yeah, that's correct. Prabhu. You are right. You are right. Yeah. So yeah, that's why Prabhu, Jai Prabhu, it is we have to take that way only. It is not like Arjuna is greater than Shiva, not like that, Prabhu. So yeah, but as Mallikarjuna Prabhu said, it was that was the reason. Yes, Prabhu. I also remember that. Okay, Prabhu.
Okay,
Is it
okay.
Prabhu, Jai Prabhu?
Yeah, very clear, sir. Very clear.
Manoranjan Prabhu. I said Mallikarjuna Manoranjan. Okay. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank
Okay,
you.
Prabhu. I think yeah, today we started late, but still Krishna's mercy, we finished the entire shloka today. So we'll continue to study again tomorrow, Prabhu. Tomorrow we are going to start third chapter. So on Saturday, basically there is Saturday evening, Sunday morning India time. We just finished the second chapter. We'll start the third chapter. Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhu. So Shiva Prabhu, you